Hey, amazing people. It's me, Tracy Lene, and I am going to read this book to you. But before I read the book, I wanted to talk to you about what I just experienced. Now, if you know me, then you know that I am a certified yoga instructor. I'm an expert yoga instructor. I'm 500 RYT. I'm good at what I do. I was like really sought after in the Richmond area. But that was years ago. And just now I tried to do what we do in yoga where we walk up the wall backwards. Well, so your hands are on the floor and you place your feet on the wall and you walk your feet up and walk back towards the wall. I was not able to do it the way I could do it then. But what I did now is all that matters because it's the now moment. The fact that I could do that then, it means nothing in the moment I'm in now, nor do I have to compare myself. I'm still able to do a headstand. I've never been able to do a handstand without the wall around, so I'm not comparing myself to that. But I really just came to tell you, stop comparing yourself to you of yesterday and look at the you today and just love all on them. I am 56 years old, and that doesn't mean that I can't do yoga because I'm 56. It means that when COVID hit, and I stopped teaching. I had been teaching for 11 years. COVID hit. I stopped teaching for 11 years. I'm sorry. I was teaching for 11 years. I stopped teaching during COVID in the beginning. And then at the end of COVID, end of 2020, because I know COVID is, technically never going to go away. But at the end of the pandemic, I started teaching in a park to some of my students that really missed my class. I tried to do it online. That just wasn't my thing. I couldn't get the students to join online. I know they love me. I literally would have classes sometimes where there was no space for another student. So I know I'm good. When I was in my 20s, I taught step aerobics. And one time I was living in New York City and there was only 60 steps in the classroom and 63 people came. And it was mostly Caucasian women. And to me, to have 60 Caucasian women wanting to take this little old black girl's class from Richmond, Virginia was a major ego booster. And I say that because they're just people too. But I'm in my 20s and I'm really fit and I'm able to do all these things on this step, and I got all these women coming. Long story long, there was 63 steps, one which is supposed to be mine, so 62 that people could use, and there was whatever it was 3 extra people. And in order for it to be 3 extra people, it would mean that all of the steps had to be gone. And I said, don't worry about it. Y'all take the steps and I'll just go around on everybody's step, teaching from step to step. That's how I started doing that, where we would just sell out the class and I would just share a step with somebody and run around the classroom, and I was good. Anyway, if you look at me now, you may be like, you do that? Oh, okay. Because I'm chubbier. But chubby doesn't mean you're not fit. I do need to work on my health though. And it's because I want to make sure at 55 that I don't have anything going on. Anyway, I wanted to share that with you before I started, just really to let you know, look at the now moment. What can you do right now? What I could do 10 years ago, what I could do was 2024. So what I could do 4 years ago, what does that have to do with right now? Not to mention the injury in my arm that happened during yoga, but was reignited when I was teaching. Anyway, let's get to this book. We are still in the 5th agreement. I'm Tracy Lene. Like, share, subscribe. We know the 4 agreements by now. What's the first one? Be impeccable with your word. What's the second one? Don't take anything anybody does personal. What's the third one? Don't make any assumptions. The fourth one, do your best at everything. And the 5th one is to be skeptical, but learn to listen. I don't know why that one's hard. Anyway, let's get into it. You're alive. You do exist. That's true. But what are you? The truth is you don't know. You only know what you believe you are. You know what you learned that you are. You know what you were told that you are. You know that you pretend to be. You know the way you wish to be seen by other people. And for you, it may be true. But is it really true that you are what you say you are? I don't think so. Whatever you say about yourself is just symbology, and it's completely distorted by your beliefs. When you finally see yourself without all the knowledge that you've accumulated, the result is, I am. I am what I am. You are what you are. And the complete acceptance of whatever you are is what makes the difference. And that's what I was talking about with this yoga now. My yoga practice now is my yoga practice now. I'm not going to look back. I revel at all of the beautiful things I could do and say, wow, yeah, that was me. But this is me now. And not in a cry for me Argentina type of way, but in a, that's just not me now. And if I wanted to and made a daily practice out of it, I could get back to doing a lot of those poses, but it won't look the same because I'm not the same person. Once you completely accept what you are ready to enjoy life. There is no more judgment, no more guilt, no more shame, no more remorse. That's where I am. I don't judge myself anymore. I caught myself about to judge myself when I was doing that. And then I said, no, we're not doing that. We're not. There was a time when I would never, ever go out in public with my hair all over my head like this because I thought people would judge me. Actually, is that quite true? That's not quite true because I've always, maybe not in the natural state, like I may have it, I would have had it curled up. But yeah, this Orphan Annie look I'm rocking, it ain't a hard knock life though, y'all. Anyway, when you leave symbols aside, what remains is the bare truth, pure and simple. You don't need to know what you are, and this is a huge revelation. And next week or next month, I might let my daughter put a weave in my hair. I'm not attached to my hair. It's just hair. You don't need to pretend to be what you are not. You can be completely authentic. And because of that, you can deliver a message. And that message is the real you. Your presence is the message. It is the same presence you can feel when your first child is born and you finally hold it in your hands. You can feel the presence of the divinity in your hands without understanding anything, without any words. If you've ever had a child and you know that feeling, that first time you saw the first face that literally came out your body. I remember I remember all my children, but when I saw my oldest son for the first time, I was holding him, and my mother-in-law said, why are you looking like that? And I said, because I don't know what to do with this. You know, I was holding him. I said, what if I mess up? She's like, you're not going to mess up. Many women before you have done it, it's instinctual. And she was absolutely right. What's that? A newborn baby has the same presence. It's God, the infinite, an angel incarnate. And we are programmed to react to the presence of a baby. The baby doesn't need to say a word. The presence of the baby says everything. Just as presence awakens the need to give, to protect. When it is your own baby, the instinct is even stronger. And then the presence is really something incredible. The presence awakens your generosity, and you just start giving to your child without expecting anything back. And it's a good thing you do, because they're not going to give it back. Until perhaps a certain point where your child grows up, and it seems as if that presence was lost. When you were born, your presence was enough to awaken an instinct in the people around you, to give you attention, to protect you, to try to fulfill your needs. You still have that presence, but it has been repressed for a long time. It has been waiting to come out. To really feel your presence, you need to be completely aware. You need to see your whole creation from another point of view, from a place where everything is simple. When you are not aware, everything looks completely illogical, and fear takes over and creates the big mitote. The fifth agreement is an important part of recovering what you are, because it uses the power of doubt to break all those spells you've been under. I think I'm finally understanding this one. It is a very strong intent for you to use your magic to recover the presence that you lost a long time ago. When all of your attention is not on your story, you can see what is real. You can feel what is real. When you are not possessed by a symbology, you recover the presence you had when you were born, and the emotions of the people around you respond to your presence. Then you give other people the only thing you really have, which is yourself, your presence, and that makes a huge difference. But this only happens when you become completely authentic. If I'm being completely authentic, you know what? I don't know what my purpose is in life. I don't know. What I know I love to do really isn't earning me any money. So I'm like, is that your purpose? Because you got to eat. And I do believe purpose can bring you wealth. But perhaps my purpose isn't the part that's supposed to bring me the wealth. I don't know. If I'm being completely authentic, I'm 56 years old, and I'm like, I am not shy. I am an introvert, meaning there's times I can be around lots of people, but I can be by myself and be totally happy. I can just have me a kickball with just Tracy. But when I think about being completely authentic, I don't know what I'm here for. My life right now seems to be in a lot of turmoil, and just trying to figure it all out. Just imagine becoming the way you used to be at a very young child, before you understood the meaning of any symbol, before knowledge took over your mind. When you recover your presence, you are just like a flower, just like the wind, just like the ocean, just like the sun, just like the light. You are just like you. There is nothing to justify. There is nothing to believe. You are here just to be, for no reason. Okay, I haven't read this book before, and that That's pretty comforting. You are here just to be for no reason. You have no mission except to enjoy life, to be happy. Well, that's fun. The only thing you need is just to be the real you. Be authentic. Be presence. Be happiness. Be love. Be joy. Be yourself. That's the main point. That's wisdom. Those who are not yet wise in searching for perfection, they're searching for God. They're searching for heaven and trying to find it. Well, there's nothing to search for. It's already here. Everything is within you. You don't have to search for heaven. You are heaven right now. You don't have to search for happiness. You are happiness wherever you are. You ever met a person that they seem to love being sad? They're happy being sad. They're happy being angry. That's what makes them happy. They get joy. They get an erection. They get orgasm out of being sad and woe is me, or angry, or blaming. That makes them happy. Let them be happy. Honestly, stop trying to change people. Say, you seem to be real happy over here talking about everything that is going wrong. You happy with that. So I'm going to let you do that because it don't make me happy. You don't have to search for truth. You are the truth. You don't have to search for perfection. That's an illusion. You don't have to search for yourself. You never left yourself. Whoa, that's deep. You don't have to search for God. God never left you. God is always with you. You are always with yourself. I do agree when people say, oh, I'm so lonely. You're never alone. I'm alone. You're never alone. You're with you. So you're never alone. You're with you. And that's enough company, truth be told. If you don't see God everywhere, it's because your attention is focused on all those gods you really believe in. The presence of the infinite is everywhere. But if you're in darkness, you don't see what is there. You don't see it because you only see your own knowledge. You guide your creation through that dream. And when your knowledge can't explain what is happening in your life, you feel threatened. What you know is what you want to know. And that's like somebody will post something. They'll put a picture of somebody and post some words. And you'll go, see, it's true. Because this picture is here and these words are here. Because that's what you want to believe. Because then somebody else can post something that says complete opposite. And you'll go, that's not true. Because that's not what you want to believe. So be very careful. I was watching this thing, 10 Things Women Need to Know. And they show a picture of Denzel Washington accepting an award. And then throughout the thing, they're showing Denzel Washington. And somebody else is talking. It's not even Denzel. But if you look at that, you're going to think that's what Denzel said. And since most people think that celebrities have more somehow knowledge than they do, they'll believe, well, Denzel said, don't never give nobody a second chance. Is this the same Denzel that admitted that he was unfaithful to his wife several times? She gave him a second chance, but Denzel didn't say it. What I'm saying is, just be careful. Be skeptical. Be skeptical, but learn to listen. Listen to what people are saying, but be skeptical. Say, you don't say. You are the unknowable. You are here just to be in this moment, in the dream. But being has nothing to do with knowledge. It's not about understanding. You don't need to understand. It's not about learning. You are here to unlearn, and that's it. Until one day you realize you know nothing. You know nothing. You only know what you believe, what you learn, just to find out that it wasn't the truth. Remember when you thought there was a Santa Claus? Remember when you thought there was a tooth fairy? Remember that? Remember those things you believed in, the fairies? No, I do believe fairies are real, but tooth fairy, no. Remember when you thought that one fat white man could get around the whole world in less than 24 hours because the night is only like 8 hours, and put presents down and his sleigh could hold the toys for all. Just think about how redonkulous that seems. Oh, it's fairy tale. It's like let people believe in make believe, and then you wonder why your children don't believe what you say because they're like, you are a liar. Okay. Socrates, one of the greatest philosophers of all time, took his whole life to get to the point where he said, as for me, all I know is that I know nothing. Ooh, I'm going to start saying that. As for y'all, we are in chapter 12. It took forever and ever to get out of chapter 11. Chapter 12, Becoming a Seer. I'm not going to talk long. Actually, let's save it because we want to try. Yeah, we're going to save it. Wow. Yes, we're going to save it. Chapter 12. We're going to save it. Becoming a Seer, a new point of view. I think it's going to be really, really good. We're going to get through that one. Tomorrow is Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. Oh, my goodness. I think we might need to. Let's see here. How much more? So we're on page 185, and it goes all the way to 225. We're going to finish this book before we move on, because that's one of the things that I know that I do. I start and stop. I start projects and don't go take them through. So the Fifth Agreement, it's been a long read. It's taught me a lot about myself and how I need to have patience. It's given me the idea that, girl, you don't know what you're doing. Ain't nobody listening to you. And that's simply not true. I'm listening to me, and that's enough. And I'm grateful if you listen, if you like, share, and subscribe. The Fifth Agreement, because it's important. We got this one life. And like this man said, we just here to be happy. I have a friend who believes that. She's like, I'm just here to enjoy. And she enjoys. So that's going to be my new thing. I don't know my purpose. I'm like, well, but now he told me my purpose is just to be here and to enjoy. So I might as well ride with that since I don't know my purpose. Thank you guys for listening. You have an amazing night. It is the 4th of July, which is the Independence Day for America. And when I was in the Nation of Islam, today is the day that Master Fard Muhammad made himself known in North America to the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I still hold that dear to my heart. While I don't accept all of it, I do believe that it is definitely a valuable path for people. So happy Independence Day to my nation friends. I love everybody. Bye.